Hi, first grade. In reading this week, we've been talking about retelling a story and using key details in order to retell the story. When you can retell the story in your own words, you are showing someone that you can comprehend what you read. When we comprehend something, that means we understand it. Today, we're going to talk about central message and what that means in a story. So let's repeat our I can statement after I read it. I can describe the central message of a story. I can describe the central message of a story. You might be thinking, well, what is a central message? The central message of a story is the heart of the story. It's what the author wants us to learn from reading the story. So in other words, it's the lesson we learn. So just like in school, when I might teach you about addition or subtraction, that is what I want you to learn. So that's the main focus. So when you read a book, there's a central message, and that teaches us something from reading the book. It's our job to listen and read along to figure out what the author is trying to teach us. So let's think of some examples. We have read Little Red Riding Hood. Can you think of what the central message of that story is? In that story, we talked about Little Red Riding Hood encountered the wolf, who was a stranger, and it ended up getting her in some trouble because he knew that she was going to her grandma's house. So we learned from that story, don't talk to strangers. That is what the author was trying to teach us when they wrote that story. We've also read The Little Red Hen. What do you think the author was trying to teach us from that story? What is the central message? In the story, Little Red Hen does all the work and rewards herself with cake and other things, when the other characters in the story didn't do any work at all and expected to get some of the goods like cake. We learned from that story that good things happen when you work hard. So I believe the author of The Little Red Hen wrote the story to teach us to work hard in order to get rewarded. Now, let's do one together. I'm going to reread the short story that we talked about earlier this week. And let's think about, as we read, what is the author trying to teach us? Or what is the central message? Turn on your listening ears so we can read together. This Easter, Ellen got her class to paint Easter eggs at school. When they were done, they could get to hide them and have an egg hunt. Ellen was excited for the egg hunt, so she was painting her eggs very quickly. Then, Ellen spilled pink paint on her pants. Ellen was worried that it would stain. She thought to herself, my mom is going to be so mad at me. After thinking about what would be the best thing to do, Ellen finally decided to go to the office to call her mom. She said, Mom, I'm really sorry, but I accidentally spilled paint on my pants while decorating Easter eggs for class. Could you please bring me a change of clothes? Her mom replied, Thank you for being honest with me. I will bring you some new clothes and see if I can get the stain out of those pants in the meantime. After Ellen changed into her new pants, she participated in the Easter egg hunt and found lots of eggs. She had such a fun time with her classmates, and she was glad that her mom wasn't upset with her since she was honest. So, from reading this short story, we can think, what is the central message, or what is the author trying to teach us? The problem in the story was that Ellen spilled paint on her pants, and the solution was that she told her mom about it quickly, and her mom brought her new pants so she could still participate in the Easter egg hunt. From this problem and solution, I can guess that the central message of this story was to always tell the truth. Do you think if Ellen didn't tell her mom that maybe her mom would be upset? Maybe. So I think in this story, with having Ellen call her mom right away and being honest, the author is telling us that they want us to learn that we should always tell the truth. Today you guys are going to reread Officer Buckle and Gloria. And as you read along, I want you to think about what is the central message? What is the author trying to teach us? When you are done, you are going to go to Seesaw and you will pull open the activity for the day. When you go into the activity, yours is going to look different from mine, but I just want to show you an example. You're going to go into this screen. You have multiple options, but I would like you guys to select the video button and record yourself telling me what the central message of the story was. Please come back to this video if you get confused or if you want to review what a central message is. And again, you can always contact Miss Dominic and I would love to help you. Enjoy!